For your final project, syempre yung kailangan muna nating i-prepare is the proposal. So, kailangan mo muna mag-prepare ng 5 to 10 PowerPoint slides. So, hindi masyadong mahaba kasi ang intention lang naman natin is for me to understand ano ba yung gusto po ninyong gawin for the final project. And then, dapat enough po yung PowerPoint slides natin for 5 to 10 minutes presentation. So, you'll be presenting to me your proposal by next week. And then, credited po to as quiz or equivalent to one experiment. Ganito lang, yung first slide, nakalagay lang yung project or yung pangalan ng program na i-create po ninyo. And then, yung pangalan ng inyong team. So, isip kayo ng pangalan ng inyong team. Then, choose the leader and the members of the group. So, kanina may nag-chat na. So, pwede nyo pong i-message dun sa ating Facebook group chat kung sino po yung mga magkakagroup. Then, pili kayo ng inyong leader. And then yung slide number 2 natin is provide ka lang ng simple introduction or ng background of the study or the project that you're trying to propose. I would appreciate kung gagamitin nyo po ay bullets, figures, and illustrations or diagrams. So please avoid paragraphs in the introduction or background of the study. Anyway, it's a presentation kaya kailangan simple po yung gagawin po natin. Slide number 3, gusto ko makita inyong objectives, isang general objective, and at least 3 specific objectives. And then yung slide number 4 po natin, you have to show me yung block diagram, input process output chart, flow chart, and pseudocode. Actually, etong IPO, flow chart, at pseudocode, pare-pareho naman yan. So, pwedeng pumili ka lang ng isa. So, explain mo lang muna sa akin yung mga main processes from start to end, and then saka ka mag-create ng flowchart kung flowchart yung gusto mo pong i-create per slide number 4. And then this is also important yung last slide. Yung slide 5 is more of the control mechanism or the operations. So gawa ka ng table for me to understand ano ba yung kayang gawin ng inyong Verilog code. Ano ba yung mga operations, mga functions na kaya niyang i-perform. Then explain mo briefly ano yung mga operation na yon, anong description ng mga mechanism na i-incorporate mo sa inyong final project. So once na-approve ko na yung inyong final project, syempre, po-prepare ka na ng po-code mo na siya sa Xilinx ISE or kung anong gagamitin mo na compiler, Icarus whatsoever or Model Sim or Altera or Quartus 2, so it's up to you. So gawa ka na ng document. Kikreate ka ng IEEE paper. So, nag-share na ako sa inyo ng mga example sa mga IEEE paper. So, i-check ko rin naman yan as we go along. So, ito yung content. Siyempre, may title, may abstract, then may chapter 1, that is the introduction. So, dito may papasok yung 1.1, yung background of the study, describe mo yung existing and prevailing problem or situation, justification for you to select that particular project, and then pwede mong i-link and i-relate mo yung background of the study to the proposed research problem. And then explain mo rin dito yung napili po ninyo na project for implementation, and then explain her as well the problem that you would like to address. And then yung ating 1.2, yan. Dito mo na pwedeng ipasok yung objectives. Pwede mo ilagay dito yung introductory statement which reflects yung main problem ng ating study or project. And then kung gusto mo maglagay ng mga sub-problems, pwede rin naman po. Ang mahalaga lang sa akin dito, meron kang general objective and then at least 3 specific objectives. Ayan, syempre kailangan may testings kang gagawin, di ba? By creating the test bench. So, i-test mo accuracy, reliability, functionality, and efficiency as needed. And then chapter 2 natin is the method. Siyempre, create ka ng conceptual framework. Pwede namang IPO lang po yung i-create po natin dyan. And then, pwede ka rin magawa ng schematic diagram or the model that will represent the research paradigm that will show the variables and the parameters included in the study. And then, syempre, explain mo naman yung kinrate mo na figure. And then, yung 2.2 natin, explain mo na dito yung proposed design. So, pwede kang gumamit ng diagram at pwede mo pang i-further simplify yung diagram natin. Then, gawa ka ng flowchart. So basically, yung ginamit mo for the proposal, ilalagay mo lang din naman dun sa ating final paper. Then sa ating chapter 3, ito na yung design considerations. So, project description, properties of the project, general function, operation of the system. So, explain mo in detail yung general function and operation ng system. Pwede kang gumawa ng illustration para ma-explain sa akin kung paano nag-work yung ating system. And then yung ating system block diagram of control, mechanism, and operations. So you have to specifically discuss here the diagrams and the flow charts sa bawat mekanismo or operation na ipe-perform po natin. And then yung 3.3, pwede mo siyang i-tabulate. And then yung 3.4, pwede ka na mag-provide ng mga graphical user interfaces dito, like yung black box, di ba? Yung high-level design. So pwede mo na siyang ilagay dito. Then yung sa chapter 4, syempre ito yung important, kailangan mo nang ipakita sa akin yung experiments and analysis of results. So ito na yung naging output when you run the test bench. Yan, so pwede kang gumawa ng mga table, na mga graph, na mga chart, mga figures para mapakita mo po sa akin yung naging resulta ng iyong Verilog code. And then chapter 5 is just the summary and conclusion. Siyempre, i-synthesize mo naman yung atin pong study. And then, dapat sinasagot natin sa ating summary and conclusion, especially sa conclusion part, yung ating objectives, whether na-meet po natin or not. Yung future directives naman, so basically ito yung mga recommendations na hindi mo nagawa in your project, pero pwedeng gawin ng iba in the future. Pwede kang mag-discuss ng recommendations that is based on the context of the study, so reference and objectives, and those that will grow with future research endeavors. And then chapter 7 lang po, acknowledgement, and then chapter 8, references. So may mga binigay ako sa inyo na mga examples. So halimbawa, itong example na to, yan. So, halimbawa, example nito ay realization of an 8-bit ALO operation using Verilog hardware description language for modular programming. Siyempre, lalagay mo dito yung pangalan mo, then yung pangalan ko sa huling part. Pangalan lahat ng members in order of importance. Pinakamaraming contribution, papunta dun sa pinaka-least contributor. Then yung advisor, yung pangalan niya nasa dulo. Then nakalagay dito kayo ay undergraduate student, Fate Colleges, and then faculty member, Computer Engineering Department, then nakalagay dito Fake Colleges, and then Tanawan, Batangas. And then abstract, ayan. So dito may nilagay ako na introduction. Pwede mong i-follow binigay ko kanina, mga suggestions naman yun. Then naglagay ako dito ng 1.1 objectives. Then yung nilagay ko, may general objective ako, which is reference na rin dun sa title. And then yung specific objectives na nilagay ko is ito, mag-program ng 8-bit 16-allo operation using hierarchical and modular approach. So after ko mag-program, syempre gagawa ko ng test bench, di ba? And then isi-synthesize ko, simulate ko yung results. And then pinakita ko yung methodologies and explain ko dito yung top-down design approach. Yan. By the way, yung mga figure naming natin, mas prefer natin yung dire-diretso lang na figure numbering. Halimbawa ito, instead of figure 2.1, dapat figure 1 lang yan. Then the rest figure 2 and so on. And then, ito na yung design considerations. Ito din, dapat table 1. So, Roman numeral yung ginagamit natin for the table. And then, nilagay ko lang dito yung output value according to S3, S2, S1, and S2, SO selector pins. Then, in-explain ko yung table. Gumawa ako ng top level view of the proposed ALU. And then, another table to explain yung mga operations that I have. Then, meron akong explanation each para mas maintindihan. Then, pinakita ko na experiments and results of data analysis. Then, dito ko nilagay yung black box. Then, nilagay ko yung simulation results. And then, nilagay ko rin yung schematic ng clock divider na kinreate ko. Then, nag-conclude ako, acknowledgement, then references. And then, pwede optional naman, pero nilagay ko na lang sa appendices yung code na kinreate ko. Of course, yung test bench, nilagay ko rin yata. Pero you may or may not include naman the test bench. Ay, nilagay ko siya. So, pwede nyong i-try din yung kinreate ko dito na simple code for the ALO operations. Thank you.